Hey everyone, my name is Lisa. I'm the nutritionist here at Raw Generation, and every Monday and Wednesday, I join here on Instagram Live at 12:30 Eastern Time to answer any of your questions in real time. So about diet, nutrition, health, wellness, products, you name it, I'll answer the questions. So all you do is just type your questions in the little box there, and I'm happy to answer for you. So I love these calls. Mondays was awesome. We had a lot of great questions the customers had here. So I loved talking to all of you. Today I wanted to tell you a little bit about our weight loss methods. I was talking about our cleanses on Monday, and I thought maybe a good way to transition would be the methods today. But your questions can be about anything. So any nutrition or related thing it could be about. We have 3 weight loss methods. Now, methods are different than cleanses. Cleanses are for fast weight loss. You choose 3, 5, 7, or 10 days, and you get quick results, healthy, quick results. But the key is what to do after you cleanse, and that's where the methods come into play. So we have our skinny method, our protein method, and our deep detox method. So obviously we have our skinny cleanse, the skinny method goes with that, and the protein cleanse, the protein method goes with that, and you get the picture. You don't necessarily have to do them together. You don't have to do a cleanse first and a method second. You could just do a method on its own. Methods are for sustainable, slower, but sustainable weight loss. So you'll lose 2 to 3 pounds a week. They're weekly systems, as opposed to the cleanse, which is just a short 3, 5, 7, or 10 days. The methods are meant to be weekly plans. So, you are eating meals. The methods come with my guidelines. So there's like a whole robust insert that comes in your box. It explains to you how to structure your day of eating, and it incorporates our juices and our smoothies with it to make it easier for you. So for the skinny method, for example, you'll be having a green juice with breakfast, and breakfast is laid out for you. It's usually a lot of fruit, or there's some other options there too. Lunch is a meal replacement smoothie. So lunch is super quick, grab and go, or you can also swap it to be your dinner. Those 2 meals are interchangeable. Dinner is a clean, balanced meal. So it would, it could have animal protein, it could have carbs, it could have vegetables, whatever things you want. There's all that laid out for you in the plan as well. Right before dinner, there's about 10 minutes before dinner, there's a little shot called your Skinny Boost. It's 4 ounces. And that is to help your digestion. So to help eliminate the bloating. And that is like the little superpower to me of the skinny method, because it just helps you to digest your dinner better. And that's your heaviest meal of the day. The whole plan teaches you how to eat from light to heavy. And if you've been here before, that's my claim, to fame, is learning how to eat from light to heavy for sustainable weight loss, for no bloating, for better digestion, for better energy. It's been my personal solution for 20 years, and it's been what I've taught my clients as a nutritionist for 2 decades, and now it's what I've been teaching our customers to do. So all 3 methods are based on a light to heavy eating mentality. They're just structured a little bit differently based on the function. So that's the skinny method that I just spoke about. The next method is the protein method. The protein method is a little more, not complex, it's actually very simple, but there's different options because everyone works out at different times of the day, right? Maybe you work out in the morning, maybe you work out in the afternoon, maybe you work out in the evening, maybe you have a day off your workouts. So the protein method takes into account all these different factors, and it gives you different options. So if you work out in the morning, this is how you structure your day. If you work out in the afternoon, this is how you structure your day as far as meals go and how to drink the juices. But regardless of the day, you're always having a strong and lean pre-workout juice before you work out. This is one of my absolute favorite flavors. It's so good. And it really is amazing how much energy it gives you. So that's before your workout. Then after your workout, there's a little shot. Again, it's called a protein boost. It's 4 ounces. It has 10 grams of protein in one little shot. It tastes like peanut butter and jelly. That's the flavor profile. I loved it when I created that one. And that's meant to help you have faster muscle recovery after you work out. And then in addition to that, you also get a green juice in your day. So depending on when your workout is, if your workout's in the morning, the green juice can be in between your lunch and your dinner. It can just be as a snack. The idea is to get the chlorophyll in every day. Chlorophyll is the green pigment in plants. That's why green juices are so important. That is what helps eliminate your cravings. So it's a major key in any weight loss or maintenance plan is getting chlorophyll in an absorbable form every day. And when you juice chlorophyll or blend it, so in a smoothie or a juice, it's more absorbable by your body, so your body can utilize it, uptake the nutrients more readily from it, as opposed to just eating a salad. Like a salad's great, sure, eat a salad, but most of us don't take the time to chew well enough to get the full benefits of that lettuce. Most of us don't put the dark enough greens like the kale and the Swiss chard and collard greens and stuff in their salad. So if you juice them or blend them, it's breaking down the cell walls of the plant. It's making it go right to your bloodstream, easily digestible, and your body can use the nutrients, the chlorophyll, the protein, iron, and calcium that comes with greens. Greens are, I love them. They're amazing. So that's why every single one of the weight loss plans, the cleanses and the methods all have at least one green juice a day, if not more, which leads me into the detox method, because the detox method, being specifically for detox, has 3 green drinks every single day. Detox, the most detoxifying element in nature is chlorophyll, which is why it's, if your goal is to detox, you want to have more and more greens. So the detox method has a green juice along with your breakfast in the morning, a green juice along with your lunch in the afternoon, and a Craving Crusher little green shot. It's a concentrated green shot. It tastes like cranberry apple. It's really tasty. And you have that 10 minutes before your full meal for dinner. And so you're basically flooding your body with chlorophyll the whole day. So that, like I said, is if you're looking for more detox related, it's weight loss and detox. So it depends on your goals. So like I said, there's the skinny method. So that's for losing 2 to 3 pounds a week sustainably with healthy lifestyle habits. It basically teaches you how to have a healthy lifestyle. All the methods, skinny method and all the rest, come with resources to help you. Recipes that I give you, there's 40 or 42 plus macro calculated recipes, which is helpful if you're trying to track your macros, if you have certain goals you want to hit. They all come with a healthy kitchen swaps guide, which I've used with my clients over the years. It's great if you're not sure what salad dressing to buy, which peanut butter to buy, which butter to use. It basically takes, it gives you exact brand names of kitchen swaps if you want to restock your pantry and restock your fridge to have obviously better success. And then lastly, there's the eating out guide, which I think is the most valuable, because obviously most people eat out, whether once a week, multiple times a week, on the weekends, go to bars, go to restaurants, you do the things. This guide teaches you how to choose off a menu. So like it breaks it down to diners and Japanese restaurants, Italian restaurants, Chinese, and it tells you how to order off of each of those types of menus, which to me is invaluable, because you can be doing great during the week and then you go out for a dinner on a Friday night and you can either decide it's just going to be a cheap meal, which is fine too, or you can really want to try to stick with your goals, but you don't know how. You don't know exactly how to choose off the menu, and that's what that guide teaches you. It even tells you how to choose drinks in a bar to stay on your track with your weight loss goals. So you can stay away from the beers and the mixers and go with the alcohols and the tequilas or whatever. It's all written out there for you. And I use that for many, many years with my clients as well. It's basically a repurposing. These methods are basically a repurposing of what I've taught my clients successfully for years, and I just made them into a form that I could give to you guys. So again, just the people that just joined, my name is Lisa. I'm the nutritionist here at Raw Generation. I hold these Instagram lives every Monday and Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern time. Sometimes they're 15 minutes, sometimes they're an hour. It kind of just depends on if people are here and asking me questions or not. The idea is that you can ask me questions in real time and get answers in real time. And they can be about our products. Questions can be about diet, nutrition, health, wellness, weight loss, detox, whatever things interest you or that you have questions about. You can also share testimonials, which I love. You can share your success stories if you've used our products before, if you've tried cleanses, experiences. It's great. People love to hear those things. If they're considering possibly buying, they can hear it right from your own mouth. And I love to hear the success stories or pain points that I think we lost connection for a little bit there. If anyone's in here still, give me a little thumbs up that you can hear me. I think I said I lost connection, but hopefully you can still see me. What was I saying? Oh, so I talked about cleanses on Monday. I wanted to focus on weight loss methods a little bit today. There are 2 different kinds of weight loss. Cleanses are for fast weight loss. Methods are for sustainable weight loss. So cleanses are you pick 3, 5, 7, or 10 days. And that is like thank you, Frankie, for fast weight loss results. The methods are weekly weight loss systems that you can do on repeat for as many weeks as you want, and you lose 2 to 3 pounds a week on average. That's what's been reported to us with all 3 of the methods. They all are similar in that they are teaching you how to eat from light to heavy every day. That is the key to success with these plans. That is the key for sustainable weight loss. That's the key if you're trying to lose weight during menopausal or perimenopausal years as a woman. If you're trying to balance your hormones, that is a major, major key for success. And that is taught very clearly in these methods, and that is the healthy habit that I hope you take with you, even if you stop doing the methods. If you just do it for a few times, that you take that with you, and you can take those habits into your daily life. So I don't think I missed any questions, and we're a pretty small group today, so I'm going to wrap this up sooner than later, unless you guys have questions for me. I'd love to answer them or hear about your stories if you have stories to share. When it comes to the methods, one thing to note that people don't always realize is that it's different as far as cleansing. I mean, cleansing, yes, you can eat, you can have snacks, you can have things that we tell you that you can have. Methods are including full meals, usually multiple full meals in a day. So it's really a long-term sustainable eating plan, as opposed to just a short-term cleanse that gives short-term results. So I love cleansing. Cleansing has an awesome purpose. It helps to reset your taste buds. It jumpstarts a healthy diet. Like, it's awesome. I love the idea of doing a cleanse into a method. That's why we have the things that go hand in hand, the skinny with the skinny and the protein with the protein. It's really meant to go hand in hand, because that is, to me, the most optimal way to get results. Even as a nutritionist, long before I worked at Raw Generation, I was always a big proponent of cleansing, and I would teach my clients how to cleanse, and then I'd put them on a regimen and a plan, and they would stick with that going forward. And that always garnered the best results. So that being said, ideally you would choose a cleanse first, and then you would later try a method right after. But like I also said, if you're kind of nervous to try a cleanse, not yours in your wheelhouse, or maybe you did a cleanse and you want to try something different, you can do a method by itself. A method is just a slower, more sustainable form of weight loss that you can do, as opposed to doing a cleanse. So they don't have to be done together, but ideally you put them together, and that's when you really get the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. So also, if you do the skinny bundle, that specifically, you save a good amount of money. I want to say like $30 or $50, I think. Don't quote me on that. But you save a good amount of money when you do the bundle, when you bundle them together. It says it on the website, so if you go back and look, it'll tell you how much you save. You save a lot by bundling them right off the get-go. Also, what really is helpful with the methods is that you can put them on subscribe and save. So, and it's like a basically like risk-free subscribe and save model that we have. I mean, you basically commit to 2 shipments, and then you can cancel with no questions and no fees or anything. And you save 15% on every shipment, which is tremendous savings. Get the free shipping, and you also get access to a monthly call with me. Different than this, it's a Google Meet. It is a group, but it's a small, intimate group. A Google Meet, and so we're face-to-face on the camera. You can have it off or on, but most people put them on so we can talk. I do a really extensive lesson on a topic, usually for about 30 minutes, and lots of times people ask for certain things, and I do it based upon what they want to hear about, but also just sometimes come with something like GMOs or whatever things are trending or that I want to talk about. And then after that, we have an open Q&A for as long as it goes, and that's really we get like the nitty-gritty of people's diets. Sometimes they'll read me their food logs. Like, it's really a support group for people that subscribe and save, so it's a major benefit that we have for that. And I love those calls. They're my favorite call of the week. So a month, we do it once a month. It's the first Wednesday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And these are the Instagram lives. These are Monday and Wednesday every week, 12:30 Eastern time. I come and join you, ask questions in real time. I give you answers in real time. I stay if there's people, if they're asking questions. If people aren't really here asking questions, it's shorter. So it depends. It can be a longer call or shorter call. We take it as it comes with these. On Mondays it was long because there were so many great questions. It was awesome. Frankie, any suggestions how to meet protein goals while on the detox method? Sure. The recipes on the detox method are macro calculated for you, so you can plug and play and pick meals based on those macros if you're trying to get more protein. You can also go into the guide section on the website. I believe it's accessible to anyone on any method, and there's a protein quick guide in there. The protein quick guide, I basically took all plant-based sources of protein and animal-based sources of protein and told you, like, in a cup of oats there's this much protein, in green peas in a cup there's this much protein, so that you can add these sources of protein to your meals and to get more in. Doing the detox method, that means you're having a light meal for breakfast and a light meal for lunch. I don't recommend getting in excess protein at breakfast, particularly just having the natural protein that's in foods. I mean, all foods have what's called covert protein, like bananas, and it doesn't have like overt protein, overt fats. That's like a source of full protein and fat, like an avocado or chicken, fat and protein. I would recommend that at lunch you lean more into like beans or green peas, those kinds of foods for more protein. You can also add a little lean animal protein, like add egg. You can add a little bit of chicken, a little bit of fish at lunch if you want. If you cook it properly without the oil, which I think you've been here before, you probably heard me say that before. I recognize your name. Then dinner is when you would have like your bigger protein and fat meal. So you could have a heavier animal protein, or you could, whatever sources of protein you choose. I don't know if you're vegan or if you're not vegan, but whatever sources of protein you choose to use. I don't recommend using protein powder. Almost all of them are full of synthetic junk. There is one brand that I do like. It's called Sun Warrior Protein. So if you're like really a protein powder junkie and you're gonna have your protein powder, that's the only brand that I've really found that's clean enough for me and my standards. That being said, I usually don't recommend protein powder because I don't really like fragmented nutrition. I like to have the whole food nutrition. I also feel that in general, people tend to put too much emphasis on protein and not enough on the other macronutrients, because there are three. There's protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And we need all three, not just one in silo. We need all three, and we need all three in abundance, especially actually carbohydrates. We need carbohydrates more than we even need the protein and the fat. And in an ideal world, 80% of your diet would be carbohydrates, from healthy carbohydrates like fruits, vegetables, potatoes, beans, 10% fat and 10% protein. That's what I strive to do. That's what a lot of experts do, like marathon runners and things. They really bend on that. And I know it's opposite of what you've probably been told, because you hear about, paleo and keto and all the, carnivore diets and all that stuff. It's definitely trending for the last many, many years. Protein this, protein that. Put protein in your cookies, put protein on your muffins, put protein everywhere. That's not the lifestyle I've ever lived, and I don't buy into that too much. I just believe in eating whole foods as much as possible and getting the natural nutrients in their natural amounts in those foods. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. Let me know if that gives you enough tips to get through that. Again, my name is Lisa, nutritionist here at Raw Generation, answering your questions. Frankie, great. I recently stopped all protein powders. I will look into the resources and let you know how I do. Awesome. Yeah, definitely come back. Come back on Monday at 12:30. Let me know. Or next Wednesday. I love to see people repeat and come in and ask me questions. It's awesome. Hopefully they'll help you out. And if they don't, feel free to ask more. I'll happily give you some more insight. Yeah. You don't have to be nearly as concerned getting protein in. I mean, it's as long as you're eating a varied diet every day, if you're not stuck in the rut of having the same thing every single day, you're probably getting enough nutrients. People are so afraid that they're not getting enough iron, they're not getting enough calcium, not getting enough protein. And that's a real concern if you're really picky and you eat very few foods. If you eat a wide variety of plants, if you eat a wide variety and include some healthy animal proteins, if you include some healthy beans, healthy things, it's hard to be deficient in those things. I mean, yes, you certainly can become deficient in those things, but if you're including a wide range and you're including a lot of raw foods, juices, especially with concentrated nutrition like our green juices, for example, your levels should hopefully stay pretty good, especially if you're consistent with your habits. If you're consistent with having a green juice or two every day, your iron and calcium should be up there. Your chlorophyll count's going to be great. As far as like your detox goes, that's a great source of protein too. People don't realize what a great source of protein dark greens are, but dark greens, leafy greens, are like the highest source of protein that's usable for your body, known to man, more than like steak, because it's in a form that your body can readily absorb and use so quickly, as opposed to steak, which is great too in lots of ways, but it takes 2 or 3 hours to break down in your body before you get the benefits of what it has. Meanwhile, if you have a green juice, instant energy, instant nutrition, in a half an hour and out of your gut digesting. It's just, it's like efficiency of fuel, right? That's what I always tell people. It's like efficient fuel, eating fruits, vegetables, juices, and smoothies. So that's what I'm all about, efficiency. Save some time and get all the nutrients you can get. So just making sure I didn't miss anybody's questions. We had a little pause for a while with the internet connection, but I think it's good now, and I don't think I missed anybody. So I was just talking about our methods, and I covered all three: the skinny method, the protein method, the detox method. They go hand in hand with our 3 cleanses: the skinny cleanse, the protein cleanse, and the deep detox cleanse. They don't have to be done together, like I was saying, but they can be for the best results. If you want to do them separately, you certainly can do that too. It depends if you want fast weight loss, still sustainable weight loss. If your goal is not weight loss, but it's just detox, or it's better energy, or it's balancing your hormones. It depends on what your goals are. The majority of people that come to us do come for healthy weight loss, so that's what we focus on. But we always have other healthy functions that we try to incorporate, because at the end of the day, we're a company based in helping people be healthy with healthy whole raw foods. That's what we do. And if you're confused about all the different kinds of juice out there and brands, we are as transparent as it gets. There's nothing that's in your juice that's not directly on our label. Nothing hidden, no hidden like natural flavors, no hidden extracts, no hidden preservatives, nothing. It is exactly, and that, like, I stand by this. I mean, I'm there when they're made. I'm there at the production facility. I watch the things be made. I watch them be bottled. I taste them off the line. I know exactly what goes into every bottle, and I create every recipe from scratch. So we 100% stand by the quality of our juices and our smoothies. Nothing we make is pasteurized, and that's 1000% intentional. We flash freeze everything, and that's how we preserve our enzymes, our nutrition, our flavor. You're getting frozen juice or smoothies shipped to you, and when you drink them, they're as close to fresh as you can possibly get. Aside from going to a juice bar, it's as fresh as you can get without doing it yourself. As opposed to lots of other companies. Now, if you're in a supermarket and you're looking at the shelves of a store, those are high heat pasteurized. There is nothing in there but sugar water at that point. All the nutrients have been cooked out. There's no enzymes, there's nothing. HPP juice, this is juice like if you're in Whole Foods and you see cold pressed juice, like on a refrigerated department, and it looks like it's raw and cold pressed. It's technically cold pressed, but what happens is HPP, they have high pressure processing. They're high pressuring the bottles, and that high pressuring is another form of pasteurization without heat. So it also denatures the enzymes. It also degrades the flavor. It also degrades the nutrition substantially. Those bottles sit on those shelves for 3 to 4 weeks. Our juice is bad in 2 days. If it even makes it that far, because that's what fresh juice does. Fresh juice doesn't last. It shouldn't last. It's living food. Those are dead foods. So there's zero comparison, and that's why we ship everything frozen directly to you. That's also why we don't sell in a store. You'll never see us on a store shelf because you're not legally allowed to sell unpasteurized juices in a store. The only time you'll see bottled unpasteurized juice that's real unpasteurized is if the store is making it in-house. Like sometimes, like a Whole Foods will make orange juice in their own kitchen. You can bottle that and sell it. It's direct to the customer in your store. There's no other raw juice to be found in a supermarket shelf anywhere in the country because it's illegal. That's why we sell directly to our customers. That's the only way you can actually get fresh juice, either a juice bar or directly made in a company, like a store, or from us, like to you. And that's the amazing thing about Raw Generation. That's what sets us apart from every other juice company, is that we are raw. And when you're raw, the nutrients really work. You're not just getting sugar water. You're getting real vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, that's the plant compounds, chlorophyll, informs your body, can use and utilize to be healthier, to lose weight, and just to feel and look your best. So that's what we're all about. I'm going to close here since we are a quiet group today with not many questions, and I will be back on Monday, 12:30 Eastern Time. So hopefully you'll come back and join me then and bring your questions. Have a great day.